matter what you do to me, Luther.
Look at him fly!
Your plans won't work.
Oh, look at, look at.
Wrap it up.
What's good, nigga? Back with another video. Got a new reaction from the boy. This new reactor we're reacting to, our new video channel reacting to, Shin. He has a new video called Superman 2025, What It Can Be. And I felt I was about to just watch it and just chill, watch the video like I usually do, just watch chill videos on my free time. But I was like, you know what, let's react to the video because I actually want to talk about what Superman needs to succeed. And I feel like a list of stuff that I feel like the top 3 stuff it needs to succeed. Already, number 1, I feel like the bare minimum needs to be like a 4th quadrant film to where it appeals. And I feel like it already is. That's the one things I give to Superman, the movie, like the original movie, as to why it was so popular, because it was a 4th quadrant film. Like it literally, it had the kids, to the kids that grew up reading comics, had the older generation. I was like, ooh, a superhero can fly? I never seen a flying superhero on a movie before, and it's like, it's revolutionary. So I feel like this movie could potentially teeter on that generational type timing, because this movie looked crazy. This movie looked like Superman put to screen, like from the comic books, like from modern comics. So I'm really digging the whole universe we're getting. I hope y'all are as well, man. I hope y'all love the content. I'm trying to make this more of a DC page, because I'm a DC boy, you feel me? Trying to react to more stuff that's catered to what I like. So if you like what you're getting, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, stick around. I'm gonna react to more DC stuff. I'm gonna post a Superman review as well. So just letting y'all know, Superman review will be coming as soon as I see that movie, and as soon as I guess I'm allowed to release it, because I think I'm gonna see it a few days before it actually releases. So I don't know if I can literally say anything about the movie, but I'll probably post like a TikTok clip or something like that, or like a YouTube short, my out of theater review, and then I might make a spoiler review later on, like when a lot of people have seen the movie, and then I'll make a spoiler review. So let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments. But without further ado, and before we get into this video, gotta do my comic of the day. It's not really a comic, but I literally just got this in the mail. I think it's so cool. So since we're doing, since James Gunn had a recent interview about the whole metahumans, the 300 years of metahumans existing in the DCU, about to say MCU, DCU, I decided, since I'm scrolling on Amazon, I was like, let me get this book, Anatomy of a Metahuman, because, since we're getting metahumans, we were literally going to get half these characters probably in the first chapter. So we're going to literally know how these characters work and how they tick and stuff. So this book is really cool. I recommend getting it, because look at these pages. And fun fact about the book, it's literally narrated from the perspective of Batman, journaling like in his log of like metahumans that he's come across in his crime fighting days, which is fire. So dope book. But without further ado, man, let's get into this bitch.
Okay, let's talk Superman.
Yes, sir.
Superman is supposed to release on July 11th, which is about 2 to 3 weeks from now. And
Crazy.
as the date gets closer and closer, the fan debate has increased in intensity. Ever since this movie was announced, there's been a tension within the DC fan base, particularly with Snyderverse fans who are avid protectors of the Man of Steel and Henry Cavill's version of Superman. And then in the other camp are the newcomers, or just optimists.
Niggas.
I mean, that's a good word to say. Just optimistic about the movie. Either
DC
A,
fans.
James Gunn, Ride or
DC
Diers,
fans.
or 2, just believe that this movie
fans.
is going to be good. And I've done a
Just
lot of
DC
digging
fans.
into points from each side of the aisle.
They exist, I
I've been in
promise.
both camps. I love Henry Cavill's Superman. Great Superman. I've always cherished it. Always will cherish it. But I'm also really excited for David Cornsweet's Superman. And I think it has a lot of potential to do something we haven't seen from a movie, particularly a superhero movie, in a very, very long time. And that's why I think Superman can be so much more than just a superhero movie. I think this movie can be, and there is potential for it to be, a generational movie.
X.
And here's why. Superman is the
Why?
first superhero ever created on a comic
Facts.
book. Ever since his iteration, he's become an idol for superheroes, and he's become a model for them. When Christopher Reeve donned the Superman costume, he arguably had the best representation of what Superman stood for and what he meant, and how he acted.
Iconic.
And since then, we have had many different...
Ever since that Superman, like, defined how I view Superman. Defined it. Like, literally, not even just how I view Superman, how I view superheroes. Like, when I first saw Superman 1978 as a kid, like, when I was, like, 5 years old, literally changed my whole viewpoint of superheroes. Like, changed the way I viewed movies. Because, like, probably the first movie I really watched. But, you know, it was, like, the first superhero movie. So I was just, like, superheroes can be like this. They can be this cheery-eyed, happy, but also suave and smooth, and like, it was just so much. Yeah, Superman in that movie had so much like actual charisma, and that's what I loved about Christopher Reeve's take. He just had so much like sly movement. He just felt so like within his own element at all times. That's what I loved about him. It's so great.
iterations of the character. We've had iterations through movies, through TV shows. In recent time, the most recent form of Superman is from Zack Snyder's DCU, which is Henry Cavill Superman. And he debuted in The Man of Steel. The Man of Steel opened up to somewhat shaky critic reviews, but a positive audience reception.
Overall.
And that landed Snyder a second chance at a sequel. And then he put Batman up against Superman. And we know how the movie was perceptive. Now, needless to say, I think both movies are good in their own rights. The general audience perception was not good.
Yep.
And when the Justice League rumors came out that Zack Snyder was stepping away from the project, and they had to bring in Joss Whedon, I butchered his name, sorry, and Superman had that CGI lip, it was all over from there. Even with the Snyderverse cut, it seemed to be the end of the run for Superman. And then he returned in Black Adam in a post-credit scene, and then James Gunn released that he's taken over DCU, and that's all being retconned. So Henry Cavill Superman ended there on a
so much
cliffhanger,
shit going
on a sad
on.
note. But those DC fans are still holding on to that version of Superman, saying that's Superman. That's the version of Superman that we love and we want. And while that's great, and I love that Superman, he is not the most accurate and best representation of what Superman truly is. He's just not. The debate that's going on that I am particularly seeing on Twitter, don't go there, it's a nasty place. But the debate I'm seeing
Yes, it is.
There's this talk of this new Superman movie that's coming out that it seems childish, cringy, not realistic. Do you realize that?
And those people quite literally don't read comics and don't engage in any Superman media, most likely. And that's why they have these asinine and stupid ass takes. Because they don't actually like Superman. If they did, they wouldn't say shit like this. They'd actually go out and just read or watch a Superman movie or watch a Superman TV show. There's plenty of them. There's plenty of them, animated and live action. Plenty of material out there you can watch and learn about Superman without even having to read a comic. But people go out their way and say stupid shit. They do it to rage bait, bro. I swear to God. It's just rage bait.
That sounds just like dumb. Of course it's not realistic. It's Superman. It's a fictional character. It's a man from a different planet.
Who wears
he's an
underwear
alien,
on his...
He comes to Earth and he's wearing underwear in his
Literally.
costume. And
has a super dog.
Oh, Superman doesn't do that. It doesn't look good. It looks so stupid. Look in the comics. He's wearing red underwear. He's wearing it.
And these be the same niggas that talk about, oh, I love Batman. Batman's so cool. Meanwhile, Batman is a nigga who's literally traumatized by an incident that happened when he was a child and hasn't moved on since. And literally dresses up as a bat at night. And keeps a secret with his butler and adopts orphans off the streets and literally makes them into his sidekicks. But Superman is the weird one. Superman's the goofy and stupid one. But Batman quite literally abducts children and makes them into his sidekicks. But Superman's the okay.
This version
all of it's weird.
Just from what we've seen from the trailers.
But we love it.
And the photos and the interviews with the director and the actors involved in the movie, I think is going to be the closest iteration of the character that we've had since Christopher Reeve.
Since Christopher Reeve, yes.
And that says a lot. There is a snippet
live-
released,
in
I think a
movies.
couple weeks ago of David Cornsweet as Superman on set, and there's children on set for certain scenes. He's not
Yes.
acting as Superman. Just the way he like held himself around these kids, and he was so polite, so kind, so energetic
Superman,
around
bro.
them, so much heart. It hit me differently than I thought it would. And in today's world, there's a lot of confusion going around. Whether you're into politics or whatnot, or just paying attention to global news, shit's going back crazy. Like always. But
Crazy.
in particularly, it's going a little crazy. But that's why I think this movie is needed. Why I think this iteration of Superman, Cornsweet Superman,
Yes.
is exactly what
Cornsweet
we need.
Superman,
And
not
whether you
Cavill's.
are in
Sorry.
the Snyderverse, Man of Steel, Cavill boat,
what we
or you're in
need.
the other boat, the optimistic boat, which I'm in, I think it's going to be beneficial for everyone.
Optimus.
James Gunn said it before. The actor himself, Cornsweet, has said it before. Superman is the embodiment of being good.
Yes.
He is the embodiment of being a good person,
He's a good
of
person.
having heart, for caring for people. He is so selfless. And for those fans that say, well, Henry Cavill's version was like that, I'm not going to deny, like, he was a good Superman. You can tell that he cared for people. Obviously, he saved people, but he destroyed an entire city. He killed
And
someone. I know that's more so.
And mind you, this is that same Superman y'all love, Henry Cavill, same nigga in Batman Superman said, "There's no good in this world. No one stays good in this world." And as he flies off in the darkness of the night, like he's some god just flying over it, like he's fucking Homelander. Y'all wanted Homelander as Superman, gang. Call a spade, bruh. He was gonna end up as an evil Superman anyway, controlled by Darkseid. That's what y'all wanted. I don't want that. Most Superman fans don't want that.
The director's fault than anything, just because he put Superman in that position. Superman, he doesn't do that. He seems like he's filled with heart, and it seems like the actor is playing the part to a T. And I'm not worried. I am
I'm
seriously
really like he's gonna
emphatic
kill
about
it.
this movie. I'm so excited about what this Superman can do for people, because we haven't had a superhero movie where the superhero is just doing good things, just saving people, and that means a lot. It means a lot to me. There's iterations like The Boys that are super dark, super realistic, and
yes.
just super great.
My point.
And why I love those type of superheroes. Superman is not like that. He is the idealistic version of what it means to be a hero. And for people to shit on other fans that want that, I think that's just really immature. Because
Says a
people
lot about
are allowed
you.
to have opinions, and people are allowed to want to see Superman do good things, be a good person, have the movie be a bright movie. You know, I believe that is exactly what James Gunn is planning on doing, is delivering that type of movie that just gives hope to people. And I'm excited. The actor looks great. I'll keep saying
The whole
it.
cast
He looks
look
exactly
great.
like Superman, just birthed out of the comics, man. He just
The curls and
so
all
well.
that, bro.
And I haven't even seen the movie, and I'm so excited. Oh, and the dog, Crypto. Some of these fans are just like, "Oh, why is there a stupid dog in the film?" Like,
Read comics.
the
How
dog
about
has a
that?
cape. Shut up.
Read comics.
Shut up. Okay, he's real.
Sorry.
Crypto's awesome. You're gonna.
Sorry to be that guy, because I hate niggas like this. When I say I hate niggas like this, I'm talking about if you watch TikTok, Shine Comics. I hate the nigga Shine Comics. But yeah, I hate niggas that be doing the whole read comics if you read comics. But literally, if you just engage in any Superman media outside of Man of Steel, I promise you would actually learn something. Actually. Crypto's actually cool. He's actually a cool asset to Superman's world. He humanizes him. That's how he's being used in the movie. That's how he was used in All-Star Superman.
To deal with it, and it's cute as hell. Okay, who doesn't love a dog?
Come on.
He's an
And James Gunn loves animals.
Who
Like,
doesn't love a dog?
of course he's gonna put a
By the
dog
way,
in the
ignore
movie.
my bed. It's always gonna be dirty. I just haven't done my laundry yet, and I haven't folded it yet. So don't crucify me.
You good, bro?
And to touch on the other supporting characters that we've seen from the trailers, Lois looks like a badass. I think the actor playing that character is going to do a great job. From what we've seen, the dynamic between Lois and Clark is going to be amazing. And Lex
Yes.
Luthor, holy God, he
Yes.
is a glorified hater. And
I'm
I
telling
am
you,
all
I'm
for it.
excited. I'm excited
I'm all
for
for
Lex,
it.
bro.
Absolute cinema. Before I even seen the movie. Absolute cinema. For those people that are hesitant about the movie, just go buy a ticket. I think this movie can draw both camps together. in a good way, because it's still Superman. He's still gonna be happy, filled with goodness, and he's gonna save people. And you're still gonna get great action sequences.
You're gonna get great. Look at it.
They're not pushing that away.
They're not taking that away.
The action sequences, the way this movie's shot,
it looks so dynamic,
freaking cool. Like,
so
you're
dynamic.
not gonna miss out on action. I can guarantee you that. So if that's what you're worried, Snyder Cut fans, you shouldn't be worried. It looks pretty freaking great. James Gunn with his cinematography is excellent. Have you ever seen the Guardians of the Galaxy movies? I think we're okay. But I truly think this movie is going to do amazing things, and I think it's coming out during a period of time where there's a lot of anxiety, doubt in the world. I think a movie about a character that's just filled with so much heart, and his strength is just being a good person and wanting to save people because he cares about people and he loves them. I think that's exactly what we need to see from movies. It was made with such care and such delicacy.
Hope right now.
And I'm just super excited for it. And you should too. But thanks for sticking around for my little rant about Superman. I'm really excited. The movie comes out a week after 4th of July, which it's gonna be bang bang bang. It's gonna be really fun. And apologies for the delay of making videos. I've been busy with work, adjusting to just life in general. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on Superman. Are you guys excited?
You good, man. You good. Man, what a great video from my boy Shan, bro. That was a good video, man. I really loved his commentary. I feel like we see eye to eye on a lot of things about this movie. Like, I feel like this movie could deadass be generational. Like, not only from the standpoint of like it being a great win for DC and for other characters besides Batman in DC, but it also just be great just for the time that we're in right now politically and like just globally right now. We're just in such a very hostile period right now in history, and I feel like a movie that can like bring us back to hope for the future and hope for better and stuff. Superman is literally the S. What do you think the S stand for? The S stand for hope, nigga. It don't stand for Superman, nigga. I mean, it does stand for Superman, obviously, but you know, Kryptonian, so it stands for hope. And that's literally what this movie is meant to be. This movie, every trailer, like, I swear to God, like, I feel like James Gunn cracked the code with that first trailer. That first trailer, like, he did not drop the ball at all. But that man really, like, that first trailer just set the tone, man. I love that first trailer. Like, I feel like that first trailer, that first teaser we got, like, oh, like, it just made everybody, like, majority of people that were kind of iffy on James Gunn directed Superman, they got niggas on board. I swear to God, you heard the theme with the electric guitar, and like you saw crypto, you saw all this, and you just like this movie has so much like wonder, like it has so much like fantastical elements where you could get lost in like just the world. Like I truly want to get lost in DCU. 'Cause I feel like DCU, what separates DCU or the DC universe from Marvel is that DC plays in more of the fantastical, plays in the idea of made up cities and made up places and made up worlds and multiverses and stuff like that. They created the multiverse thing in comics. So I love that aspect of DC. Like DC can really like create its own history, its own alternate history. That's one thing that I loved about how James Gunn's talked about DC. Like he loves that aspect of it too. Like it feels like its own like Westeros. So as long as James Gunn can tap into his story bag, you know, like he always did. If he can tap in, like I said in my last video, if you haven't seen my videos up and coming to this one, if you haven't seen my latest videos, what I've said in those previous videos, like I feel like if James Gunn can tap into that same emotion that he had when he created Guardians Volume 3 into this, like I feel like pulling our heartstrings like that in that movie, I feel like this movie's gonna be A1. Like, just A1. Like, I feel like the movie is literally gonna be A1. Like, I'm telling you, bro. DC, I've never, like, honestly, I've been a DC fan literally all my life. Since I was a little kid. Shout out to my Uncle B. Like, put me on to Justice League cartoons when I was a kid. And Superman movie. And just watching those as a kid. And Batman Beyond. Like, all that growing up. Static Shock. All that. Young Justice. I could go on for days talking about how much DC content I consumed as a kid. The DC Nation block and Cartoon Network, like so much shit, bro. It's like going for days. But like I just love the fact that we're getting a movie that finally represents Superman the way I've always seen him. Like I feel like for me, and I thought about this today, I feel like for me, this is the closest that I'll get to seeing Tom Welling from Smallville as Superman. Like the closest thing I'll get to him being a Superman in live action. And I'll take it because I love Tom Welling. And I feel like part of me, like, I don't know, I feel like certain angles I've seen David Cornsweet, like when he's wearing the suit, I feel like certain angles I'd be kind of seeing like hints of Tom Welling, hints of Brendan Fraser low key, hints of, you know, Christopher Reeve obviously. Like, it's crazy how he kind of looks like an amalgamation of like other actors and other Supermen. Like, it's really cool. But as you can tell, fucking excited. I can't wait for July 8th. I'm seeing the movie July 8th, not July 11th. I'm seeing it a little bit early. I got that Amazon Prime, you know, all that. But excited for this, man. As you can tell, if you're excited as much as I am, man, let me know in the comments, man. Let me know how y'all feeling. This is honestly like the best time to be a DC fan. Like, I feel like if this movie does what it's supposed to do in the box office and critically, you know, fan reception, all that type of shit, like, we're gonna be up. Like, DC is like, we're literally right here. We have no way to go but up. Like, we just need to just keep stacking up good project, good quality content, and then next thing you know, you won't ever hear a nigga talking about some, man, DC movie kind of boring, bro. DC kind of movie kind of stupid. You ain't hearing none of that shit, gang. Because we got James Gunn over here, and we can make some fire shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm trying to drag this video out a little bit long, but, you know, I just want to talk about DC because I love DC, as you can tell. But let me know how y'all feel about this video in the comments. Let me know how I feel about this reaction. And until then... Ooh, shit. See y'all niggas.